Hello there. The Scottish Tories are demanding that the report on the investigation into whether or not Nicola Sturgeon broke the ministerial code must be published before the election. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back every day. And a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. Alongside the Alex Salmond Inquiry, Scotland's First Minister and SNP leader Nicola Sturgeon is also embroiled in an inquiry over whether or not she broke the ministerial code. That investigation is being conducted by James Hamilton QC, a former head of public prosecutions in Ireland. And if he finds she did breach the code, then the Holyrood opposition parties are insisting Sturgeon must stand down. However, they are up against a tight deadline because the elections are due to be called before the 24th of March, less than 2 weeks' time, and after that, unless pre-arrangements have been announced, it is unlikely that the report will be published until after the elections due to purdah rules. The Herald is reporting that the Tory Chief Whip Miles Briggs has sought assurances from the SNP government's Permanent Secretary Leslie Evans that the report will be forthcoming as soon as it's in her hands. In his letter, Briggs wrote, "I am deeply concerned that a failure to publish in advance of the election purdah or to name a date in advance for publication during the election campaign would mean that the report's publication during the election campaign would breach the purdah guidance. While I understand the need to allow James Hamilton the space to conduct his work, it is important to the people of Scotland that they are able to read his findings ahead of the election. Because under the purdah rules, reports have to be published or an announcement made about publication before the election is officially called. So the SNP and Nicola Sturgeon are in a race against time, where one assumes they fervently hope that time wins and the report is not published and no announcement is made. Now, even if Mr Hamilton finds against the First Minister and gets the report out before the election, I somehow get the feeling that Sturgeon would just continue on, saying things like, "The people of Scotland don't want me to go, they want me to continue fighting the pandemic for them," and some other such guff, while she tries to force an indie ref too. I just cannot see her being forced out of office unless she fails to get re-elected. But with a 61.4% majority at the last Holyrood elections, the chances of that are infinitesimally small. Or maybe if the SNP fails to win enough seats to keep her as First Minister. Once again, a tall order. And if both she and the SNP get back in, she'll just declare that the people have spoken, etc. So I get the impression that she'll just brush it off and refuse to go. After all, Scotland is now a one-party SNP Skexit-chasing state, isn't it? So what do you think about this investigation and report into Nicola Sturgeon? Please share and comment below. And if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below, and support me on Patreon or PayPal. And thank you for watching.